I think the only way to explain the Met Police's two-tier policing is that it is deeply, deeply compromised. So during a recent Free Plasticine march in London, right outside the Houses of Parliament, a guy called Mohammed El Kurd stood on a stage and he made a speech, and part of that speech was, I quote, "Our day will come, we must not be complacent, but we must normalise massacres as a status quo," unquote. Now, if ever there was an inflammatory speech inciting violence and murder, it was this. And where was the Met Police? Well, they were watching as usual, stood there, listening to the whole thing, and they did nothing. Now, to quote another YouTuber, the Angry Bootneck, on Twitter, he said, "Politely disagree with a communist, hate speech. Normalise massacres, cops do nothing." And he's absolutely right. They literally do nothing. It is two-tier policing. If this was a pro-Brexit, pro-Trump, pro-patriotic British march, or as you saw in some of my videos a few months ago, where Brits went down to protect the cenotaph should the Free Plasticine march make the bad move of marching past the cenotaph and doing something silly, you saw the police on top of us wearing riot gear and running around everywhere like headless chickens. Now, I reposted this on my Twitter page and I also tagged in the Met Police, so I was officially reporting it. And their only reply regarding this was a statement where they said they're looking into it. They want to speak to the guy involved. Of course, the guy involved isn't going to hand himself to the police, and so I'm expecting the woke Met Police to come up with a statement saying it didn't mean what you think it means, like they did with the word jihad a few weeks ago. There were radicalised Islamists stood at street corners in London during Free Plasticine marches calling for jihad and the end of Israel. But as usual, the Met Police took their side. Now, Tommy Robinson is banned from London. He has to get in touch with a member of the Met Police to ask permission, and so far, every time he's been denied. Now, he turned up for a pro-Israel march a few months ago, and while he was sat there in a cafe having breakfast, the Met Police mob-handedly arrested him, they sprayed him, and they locked him up. And there was between 30 to 50 police officers taking this guy and escorting him out of London. And what did he do? Exactly. And yet these people, this guy, can stand on a podium outside our very own Houses of Parliament and normalise massacres and inciting hatred, violence, murder, the lot. And he's got away with it. I've said it before and I'll say it again, the Met Police need reforming root and stem. There is a cancer within the Met Police and it involves certain ideologies and political movements, and it's not doing it any favours whatsoever. It is literally handcuffing the police from doing its job and allowed London under Sadiq Khan to turn into the murderous shithole that it currently is. And that's that. I'm Paz49, that's what I think. And until the next time, look after yourselves and Roger Trout.